Ladies and gents, girls and boys, how you doing today? It's Danny Stewart here for BassJapanDirect.com with another Naked Sound review. And I've got this rather splendid Bacchus BPB600R from its global series. It's the Philippine-made series. And I have to say, I have a Fender Japan PB70 US. Now, playability wise and construction wise, this is pretty much just as good. I think the materials are maybe not quite as high grade, but basically they're the same spec. It's a rosewood fretboard with a maple neck, an alder body, and in vintage white, as you can see, with a black pick guard. So it's exactly the same sort of classic spec that you would expect. I think the nut is even the same width. It's like 41 millimeters, I believe. And instead of having a bone nut, though, the global series, because they're basically high quality budget instruments, it has an acrylic nut, or a fake bone nut, as it were. It's synthetic bone, they call it. Still, it's very well cut. It sets up really nice and low. Very nice, and that's just with the tone down. So I think it plays just as well and looks just as good as its Fender Japan counterparts. The pickups, however, are maybe not quite as good as what you get in Fender Japan, but the price is way lower. You know, like that's a PB70 US. Adjusted for inflation today, that would be worth over worth about 110, 120,000 yen. These were 60,000 yen brand new, and that's what this is going to be selling for, because these are discontinued. And I will be putting in extra work. I'm going to be taking off the tuners and cleaning them, because they are what I would call dulled. It's not tarnished or rusty. It's just they're just dulled. If it wasn't for that, same with the strap pins. If it wasn't for that, this would be absolutely mint. It would be like nearly new. The only signs of wear that are on it is some scratching on the pick guard. Apart from that, though, I mean, everything is pretty much pristine. I would class it A rank. So yeah, it's going to be looking nearly new once I've just cleaned up the hardware. So I put in that work. What I've done so far on this is I've restrung it, because the strings that were on it were really old. I think they were the original strings, actually. It looked like it. So they've been on it since 2016 or whatever, because these were discontinued shortly after. I think the last run was probably in 2017, and I remember, because I really liked the global range precision basses. I thought they were very good. If I remember right, they had a few through in the past, and I was kind of sad that they were discontinuing them. Bacchus are doing that. They do that a lot. They discontinue models. So once they're discontinued, the value, you know, if they're a good model, the value is retained. So this is going to go up at 60,000 Japanese yen. That's what it's going to be selling for. No, there's no bartering on that. You know, I paid not that much, not as much as that for it, but you know, considering the work that I put in and everything, I do all the setup, intonation, Where this came from, you know, they didn't do anything. There's no setup. There's no cleaning. Clearly, they don't do anything. They just get stuff in. They test that the pickups work, that the circuit works, um, and they don't do any setup or anything like that. They didn't even change the bloody strings. So what you get when you buy from me is you get extra attention to detail and care, um, in setting the instruments up and cleaning them as well and doing maintenance. So that's what you're going to be paying for, through my service. So anyway, if you want this, hopefully it's still going to be available. Although I did get this in, with a customer in mind, because they came to me looking for a white Bacchus Global Series precision bass, and that's what I got, and it's bloody good. So they might actually go for it. I don't know, but if they don't, I'm sure somebody else will buy it. So there we go. Really, really, very much worth the money. Okay, so let's take a listen to it. You've heard it with the tone down. So that's with the tone down. You heard it also with palm mute. Let's go with the tone up. Let's just do. So a bit of slap. So it's quite throaty. Let's so yeah, it's quite quite aggressive. Yeah, it's nice. It barks. It's quite growly. Um, playability is really good. I would say it's pretty much just as good as a Fender Japan, and the cost is way lower. Yeah, I think it's excellent. You know, as usual, Bacchus always, whichever range you get, the value for money is absolutely excellent. It's unbeatable. I haven't played anything as good as Bacchus, considering the cost to the performance. They're every single one of them, every single model in every single range is like the best you can get for the money, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you're not going to get a P bass this good, for that kind of money. What is it? It's like $420 or something at current exchange rates. That's nothing. It's peanuts for how good this is. It's way better than like a Squire, you know, one of the Chinese made Squires or something. Um, you know, that Squire is more like the sort of Bacchus Universe level, that Chinese made Squire. So, you know, that's it. That's all I've got to say, guys. It's an excellent bass. I'm sure that somebody is going to want it pretty soon. Mint condition, pretty much. A rank will be listing, or is listing at the time of the publication of this video, for 60,000 Japanese yen plus shipping. So there you go, guys. I hope you'll consider it. Thanks very much.